Welcome back to a random Blue Jays first Blue Jays Days. On this week's episode, Robinzon Diaz. Robinzon Diaz was born September 19th, 2003 in Monte Plata, Dominican Republic, a town of approximately 57,000 people. Robinzon, a right-handed hitting catcher, was originally signed on November 19th, 2000 as an amateur free agent at the age of 17. Robinzon would start his professional career in 2002 in Medicine Hat with the rookie ball Medicine Hat Blue Jays. He would also play in Dunedin in 2002 for the high A ball Dunedin Blue Jays. 2003 was spent entirely with the rookie ball Pulaski Blue Jays of the Appalachian League, where he would make the mid-season and postseason All-Star team and lead the league with a .374 average. 2004 he would spend in the South Atlantic League, playing for the Charleston Alley Cats, the A-ball affiliate of the Blue Jays. In 2004, Robinzon represented the Blue Jays in the Futures Game. The All-Star Futures Game is an annual baseball exhibition game hosted by Major League Baseball in conjunction with the Midsummer MLB All-Star Game. One team of prospects from the United States face off against another team of prospects from other countries. In the game, Diaz would go 1-for-1 with a double off future Giants ace Matt Cain. The U.S. team would win the game 4-3 with future Blue Jay Aaron Hill being named the game MVP. The 2004 Futures Game was littered with future MLB All-Stars. Joe Blanton, Matt Cain, John Danks, Prince Fielder, Aaron Hill, B.J. Upton, future Blue Jay, David Wright, Felix Hernandez, future Cy Young winner, Robinson Cano, Edwin Encarnacion, Blue Jay legend, Justin Morneau, future American League MVP. 2005 and 2006 were spent entirely at rookie ball with the Dunedin Blue Jays. In 2007, Robinzon started the year in AA before getting promoted to AAA partway through the year. In 2007, Robinzon again competed in the Futures Game, where he would go 2-for-2 with a stolen base, propelling the World Futures to a 7-2 victory over Team USA, and again, the rosters were stacked. Players include Clay Buchholz, Matt Garza, Clayton Kershaw, future Cy Young and MVP winner, Evan Longoria, Steve Pearce, future Blue Jay, Colby Rasmus, future Blue Jay, Justin Upton, Elvis Andrus, Joey Votto, future MVP and kind of a future Blue Jay, Carlos Gonzalez, Michael Saunders, future Blue Jay. Diaz would also compete in the 2007 Eastern League All-Star Game as a member of the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Through the 2007 season, Diaz was a career .306 hitter in the minor leagues. Diaz started the 2008 season with the Syracuse Chiefs and slashed .368, .390, .553 in 11 games. An MLB slash line is a concise way to represent a player's offensive statistics, batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage, written in the format average slash on-base percentage slash slugging percentage. On April 20th, 2008, Diaz was called up to the Blue Jays when they released Frank Thomas. Yes, 500 Home Run Club member and future Hall of Famer Frank Thomas was released by the Blue Jays. 2008 was an odd time to be a fan of the Blue Jays. Diaz would make his Major League debut 3 days later in Tampa Bay against the Devil Rays. The Blue Jays roster that day was an interesting collection of players. David Eckstein at short, Shannon Stewart in left, Aaron Hill at second, Vernon Wells in center, Matt Stairs in right, Rod Barajas at first, Greg Zahn at catcher, Robinzon Diaz at DH, making his Major League debut, and Joe Inglet at third base. Pitching for the Blue Jays that day was Roy Halladay, so obviously he pitched a complete game. The Rays lineup featured future Blue Jay B.J. Upton and former Blue Jay Eric Hinske. The starting pitcher for the Rays that day, Jason Hamill. Robinson's first at-bat came in the top of the second with the Jays leading 1-0. In his first Major League at-bat, Robinzon would ground out 4-3. His next chance would come in the top of the fourth with the Jays still leading 1-0. He would fly out to center. The third at-bat, still facing the starter Jason Hamill, would come in the top of the sixth with the Jays now leading 3-0. Diaz would ground out 6-3. In the top of the ninth, with the Jays now trailing 5-3, Diaz would strike out against the Rays closer Troy Percival. Joe Inglet would fly out to end the game. Jays lose 5-3. The final line for Diaz in his Blue Jays and Major League debut 0-4. And since he was the DH, he had no defensive chances, but he was now a major leaguer, number 24,217th all-time. Diaz would not see any more action with the Blue Jays. Ever. Diaz returned to AAA when Scott Rowland returned from the disabled list April 26, 2008. So originally Diaz was called up to replace a future Hall of Famer, Frank Thomas, and he was sent back to AAA when a future Hall of Famer returned, Scott Rowland. Robinzon Diaz remained in the Blue Jays minor league system until April 25, 2008, when he was sent to the Pittsburgh Pirates to complete an earlier trade from August 21, 2008 for a struggling, washed-up third baseman who had bounced around 4 teams in 4 years. That third baseman turned out to be Jose Bautista. That's right, Robinzon Diaz was the player to be named later when the Blue Jays acquired one of the greatest Blue Jays of all time, Jose Bautista. Robinzon Diaz's career in Toronto was brief, but his contribution was immeasurable. Robinson would play 144 games for Pittsburgh across the 08 and 09 seasons. After the 2009 season, Robinson never made it back to the major leagues, but continued to play in various leagues up to 2017. Currently, Robinson is a coach for the Dominican Summer League Brewers. Robinson was an excellent hitter across 14 minor league seasons. He had a combined .295 and only struck out 288 times in over 3,700 at-bats. Unfortunately, he could never translate that minor league success to the major leagues. In the next episode, we talk about the brief Blue Jays career of Steve Grilli.
Hello, my name's Poku and I don't know what to do.